So you've decided to buy or sell a property here in West Hartford, Connecticut, and you're at the point where you want to hire an agent, but you're not quite sure where to start, what questions to ask. I wrote down 4 questions that you could ask your realtor as you're going through the interview process to help give you some information to see if this agent is a good fit. So before we dive in, if you could just click subscribe if you feel this video is helpful. We get calls, texts, emails all the time from people who watch these videos, so don't be shy. Feel free to reach out if things come to mind. Now let's get into it. Question number 1, I wrote down, ask the agent how many homes they've sold here in West Hartford. Like West Hartford, our market has its own nuances and niches, and having an agent with the experience here to understand the types of things that are common, uncommon, can really be an asset to you in terms of pricing your home or going through the buying process so that you know what might be a red flag or what might be somewhat commonplace, right? So having an agent that's not only selling a lot of homes, but a lot of homes in West Hartford can be a huge advantage. The second piece of that question, you want to make sure you have an aggressive agent, not a desperate agent, right? If an agent's only selling 1 home a month, it creates a little bit of desperation to the business side of things. If you're working with an agent who's selling multiple homes a month, 5, 6, 7 homes a month, you know that agent can really speak from a place of experience and also comfortability in their business plan. You want to work with an agent who's not living paycheck to paycheck where every sale counts. So that's something to keep in mind on question number 1. Number 2, what is your plan to sell my house, right? Do they have a specific step-by-step process that they can walk you through? Or are they putting the home on the internet, having a photographer come in, and crossing their fingers and hoping that someone comes? What is the plan? Make sure it's thought out, thorough, systematic, and it makes sense. Now, here's another red flag. If they tell you this great plan, but they haven't sold any homes, it's very hard to believe that plan works, right? But if an agent shares a well thought out plan and they have a strong track record and reviews to back up that plan, now that shows a bit of a track record that the plan actually works and it does what the agent says it's going to do, right? So make sure they have a plan. Number 3, what is your personal professional development plan? The agent. I can tell you this, I've been doing this 14 years, and the way homes sold 10 years ago is very different than today. If an agent doesn't constantly attend multiple trainings per year and have some type of professional development plan for themselves to grow their business and make sure their skills are improving each day, it's easy for this market with today's technology and internet to just pass you by and have the techniques of tomorrow not working today. So make sure they have a training plan, they're growth-minded, where they're looking to get better each day. And the last thing I wrote down, what is your process for handling all the incoming calls, all the leads, all the scheduling of showings and appointments? If an agent doesn't have a process here, or they're trying to do everything by themselves, there's a good chance there's a lot of things that are going to slip through the cracks, a lot of phone calls that are going to slip through the cracks. If I'm in a meeting with you and our phone rings because somebody wants to see a property or information, do you have a system in place for that? Because if you're the only answer, we can't do 2 things at once. We can't show a property and give an incoming call, information on the home, and try to set up an appointment. So you want to make sure the agent has some staff, or at least at minimum some systems that are going to help with all the incoming calls. Because here in West Hartford, if you're doing it right and it's priced right and the marketing's working, your phone is going to ring off the hook. There's going to be a lot of conversations that need to be had, a lot of pre-qualifying that needs to be done to see who is qualified to see the home, who isn't, who is interested, what we can share about the home to get them interested. These are conversations that really need to be addressed on a daily basis. And without strong systems, it is really hard to stay on top of that. So make sure there's some type of plan in place to handle the volume of calls that are going to come in when you list a home here in West Hartford. So if you have any other questions about the process, We are always happy to help. Text, call, email. We get calls from people who are watching these videos just like you all the time. We want to be a resource for you. Have a great day.